In this video, you're gonna see me really struggle trying to figure out what's going on. I'm doing a lot of different testing techniques to try to pinpoint the exact cause. You know, this guy's already spent hundreds of dollars trying to get this fixed, and obviously it's misfiring only at certain times and certain loads. The first thing I really just try to do is duplicate the fault. I ended up finding a problem. Let's just put it that way. I don't want to give it away, but I did find an issue towards the end of the video. I hope you watch the video and get something out of it, because people don't realize these really problem cars take a lot of time and usually don't make much money on them. How can I say this? People just think you can just look at a car and plug a computer up and figure out what's wrong with it, and that's not really the case. When they watch these videos, they can see. So hopefully this video will help you out if you're having a similar issue. Here we go. 2002 Chevy Tracker. This car has a misfire, supposedly going up a hill. Here's the car. Here is the car. It's a little tracker. So we're gonna get in it, scan it for codes, and take it for a test drive and see if we can fix it. Okay, I can see right off that it is cutting 16% of the fuel. It's still warming up. Let's just see how that straightens out as the engine warms up. I couldn't find any misfire monitors. I don't know if this vehicle is equipped, because it's a 2002 with misfire monitors. All right, let's just drive it and see what happens. We're driving. And supposedly when you take this thing up a hill, it will misfire when you're going kind of fast. I hate it that we don't have any misfire monitoring pits, but I at least just want to recreate the issue. Okay, it's missing just I can feel like a little miss. This is good because we're recreating the issue. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Feels like an ignition miss. We need to figure out how we're going to catch which cylinder's misfiring. So I'm going to get back to the shop, figure out a game plan. I know it's not fuel related, because if you look, when I punch the throttle, it goes rich. So that means it's getting enough fuel. I'm getting ready to punch it now. Right there, I'm hitting it. All right, we're out driving. I have the scope hooked up. At the math channel, I'm trying to figure out which one of these are going to drop out and tell me which cylinder is misfiring. You can see the black line is my RPM. It's right behind all them collared lines. It's moving. So when it misfires, we should have a dip, and then I can match it with the triggers I have set on the cool packs. So that's my plan. I don't know if it's going to work, but I'm gonna give it a shot. Okay, we're getting up on the on-ramp. This is where it usually will misfire. So I'll focus you in on the screen. There it is. Okay, so I'm back from the test drive and I'm analyzing my data, and it looks like when the yellow one fires, there's a drop in RPM. Right here it fires and there's a drop. That's what it appears like to me every time this yellow matches here. Boom, it drops down. So it couldn't be this one, because it's after the drop down. Right here so it looks like, which one is yellow? Ignition coil number 2, right here. Okay, so we know that it's probably ignition number 3 that's giving us the problem through the picture we had before on the scope. I'm gonna do secondary ignition. So this will show the ignition actually firing. These are the wires going over and in the car to my computer. Hopefully we can catch this in the act. I don't know, but we're gonna try. So I'm on ignition 3 and 4. Those are the two. It's one of the two that I suspect is misfiring. We'll start it up. So here's the scope pattern, add a little time, and it should be good. And we're gonna drive it and get it to misfire again and see which one looks crazy. All right, we're going up onto the on-ramp now on the interstate, see if this thing misfires. There it is, there it is. Misfiring now. Okay, I've put a coil in it because number 4 is the suspected bad one, so I put a new one in here. Let's drive it and see if that takes care of it. All right, I'm getting ready to go onto the on-ramp. We're gonna see if this coil pack fixed it. Here I go. Nope, still misfiring. Okay, we're back on this tracker and I'm still trying to figure out what exactly is going on here. I did a compression test, or a relative compression. This is what I found. So one of the cylinders is a little low. It's not by very much, maybe 10 PSI. So I'm not 100% sure if that's the issue, but I'm gonna do some more testing. So what I have connected now is I have a pressure transducer hooked into the dipstick hole. And if I'm losing compression through that, this pulse sensor should pick it up. And I also have my amp clamp hooked up to the, it's down there, you can barely see it. It's so I can get a relative compression test in another way. So let's just close this out because I didn't film this, but I wanted to show you the test results. And we're gonna crank it and see what we got. Oh yeah, that looks great. So let's look at this. They all look pretty even to me. I really don't see any that's too high. Okay, now I am hooked up to the intake manifold and I got the scope rolling. We're gonna start it and see if there's air escaping into the intake on crank. They all look the same. All right, so I can't find the exact reason. I want to just do an in-cylinder pressure test on all of them and see what we got while the engine's still hot. Okay, so we're gonna check the cylinder pressures with one pressure transducer. This does some kind of mathematical reading in the software. It'll tell us what each one is. Checking voltage, good. Crank it. Good. All right, all the PSIs look like they're good. And I don't know what's wrong with this car.
That's right, buddy. I'm gonna screw this all the way in.
You gonna get it out?
I hope so. Hopefully this doesn't make me look like a baby.
Don't smash your fingers off.
Right there, so good. think it just slipped right out of it.
Is it too small?
It might be. I had it fitting in there earlier.
There went the cage and all the roller bearings. It looked like the race move though.
Yeah, just a little.
Well, I think I may have figured this thing out. I'm not 100%, but the cam sensor looks really weird. But moreover, what I really noticed is when I touched the cam sensor, it actually would die. Like when I go out here and I barely, this is the cam sensor, so when I like push on it right here, it literally will die. We'll try to recreate the issue. So I'm gonna start it up, roll the scope. Ian is he's gonna push on that just a little bit, like feather it, and then we're gonna watch this signal and see what it does. When you're doing that, something's clicking in here.
Yeah, I hear something up here.
Go for it. Oh my gosh.
What's it doing?
Hold on, I'll show it to you. How was you getting it to do it?
I was going like this, so watch. You can actually see that little outline move. I was just doing this.
And it was clicking?
Yeah, I can hear it clicking inside the car too.
When I was doing it?
Yeah.
Did the scope change?
It was jumping up to 5 volts, and then it would drop down to 0. And it's just jumping up and down. When you do
Right now?
Oh yeah, it's doing it right now. Yeah, it's going like crazy, when you do it like that. Yeah. I bet that your vibration from the engine is doing that to it. I think that's your...
Wiggle it like that. I'm going to catch it on camera.
Right.
Okay, so Ian's going to wiggle it so we can show you guys. Yeah. Well, that's a problem. Obviously, the sensor is shorting out. So we need to put a sensor in it and retest. I'm pretty sure this is our problem. All right, so I ordered a crank sensor and it'll be in the morning. I just pray this is the fix. I've been working on this little tracker I got so much time in it. I probably never recoup the actual time I got in it, but I don't give up. I want to figure this out. Okay, it's the next day and we have a new sensor. It's an import direct. I wanted to get an NTK, a good name brand, but this guy, he has to have his vehicle back and I don't have 5 days to get it in. So we're gonna put on this new cam sensor and hopefully we fix this. I'm pretty confident we are. Okay, I put the new cam sensor in right there. Hopefully this thing is fixed. If not, I'm pulling my hair out and I'm quitting my job. Okay, I'm cranking. Okay, now it's not starting. Okay, we put the old crank sensor back in to see if this thing's gonna start. So now we're putting back the new cam sensor. Okay. Let's see what happens. I hate situations like this. I'm on a time crunch. This customer needs his car back tomorrow. He's going out of town. You know, what can I do? Can't get an OE sensor. They don't make them. They discontinued them. I can get it, but it's going to take 5 days to get it. So, all right. I hope you enjoyed that. As you can see, the cam sensor is definitely going bad. Isn't it crazy how I got a sensor from the local parts store and it literally wouldn't even start the car? That don't surprise me. I've been seeing a lot of bad parts, and I always try to get name brand parts. There's situations to where you just can't do that, and this is one of them. And what I mean by that is this guy needed his car back at a certain date. I just couldn't get the part in time. So I gave him the part number, told him where to order it from. That way he'll get the OE part and it'll take care of this cam sensor issue. Can I confirm that that was the exact issue? I'm 99% sure. Would have I liked to have the cam sensor here to be 100%? Yes, I would have. So yeah, anyway, thanks for watching. Appreciate everybody that's been subscribing to my channel, and I really enjoy this. Hope y'all got something out of it. Catch y'all on the next one.